Hey, what's up everyone? Happy New Year! Many of us use the new year as an excuse to start fresh. We set new goals, we change old habits. Going on a diet or losing weight is a goal that many of us have in the new year. I'm Risa Morimoto, your host of Modern Aging, where we chat about innovative and holistic ways to care for one another as we age. You click on that little red button below that says subscribe on it with the little bell, and you'll definitely be notified whenever new episodes are uploaded. You can also sign up onto our email list to get news of our latest and upcoming programs on our website at thisismodernaging.com. So when we decide to drop 10, 20 pounds in the new year, we often do things like buy a gym membership. We vow to get those 10,000 steps in every day. We decide to go on Weight Watchers, start keto, paleo, intermittent fasting. Everyone's body is different. What may work for you may do nothing for me. But there are some things that we should all do in order to keep those pounds off forever. But this actually requires a shift in lifestyle. You can't expect to keep the weight off if you're not willing to change habits. The reality is that diets typically don't work long term unless you make serious lifestyle changes. In fact, 95% of diets fail. 95% people. So it's not about losing the weight, but rather gaining a healthy lifestyle. But with some of the tips I'm about to share with you, it might help you fall into the 5% who succeed. If you've decided that you want to go on a path towards putting your health first, that is the key to longevity and living your best life. So let's get to it. Number 1, change your mindset about losing weight. This is everything. If you think losing weight is a burden or a sacrifice, you're fighting a losing battle. You have to make a mindset shift about your lifestyle and the person you want to be. It is your mind that decides whether or not you're going to have that bowl of ice cream, how much of it, and how often, right? Change how you think about food, and then you can start on your new path towards losing weight. Some people make a vision board of images of how they want to be. I'm a very visual person, so if I see images that remind me of something I aspire to, that is effective and a good constant reminder to keep on track of why you're doing what you're doing. But it's also really important to visualize how it feels to be in that position now and not in the future. So that when you're at a healthy weight and you feel good mentally and physically, how will that change the way you live in the world? Different, right? You need to act like that now, and your mind and body will follow. If you're not a visual person, then maybe you should put up positive messages, encouragement to yourself on Post-it notes or mirrors or other places you frequently look at to remind yourself of your goal. It's not really about willpower. I mean, willpower is great, but when you create a mindset shift, looking forward to the green smoothie instead of the muffin, that's when the magic happens, and it can happen. You fake it until you make it. You create a new habit with a mindset shift. You create a new dialogue in your head. If you hate going to the gym, saying you hate going to the gym is only setting you up for failure. But when those feelings of procrastination and not wanting to go creep up on you, then that's the trigger to say to yourself, I'm going to feel so much better after I finish my workout. It's only 30 minutes or 1 hour of my day. Say to yourself, I'm looking forward to going, even if you're not. You got to trick your brain. When the will to be that person you want to be is stronger than the chocolate cake that's sitting in front of you, then you know you're on the road to permanent weight loss. Number 2, keep a food journal. In a 2008 study, people who kept a food journal tracking everything they ate doubled their weight loss when compared to those who didn't. This is an easy way to keep yourself accountable. The reality is, when we're held accountable for our actions, we're more likely to follow through. It's just human nature. If you feel like you may cheat, then maybe you need to ask your partner or sibling, friend, whoever, to be your accountability partner. It's also good to write down how you're feeling after eating certain foods. You don't have to write down calories unless you're like an obsessive calorie counter. But the reality is that calories is actually less important than what you're actually eating and how much of it. The great thing about a food journal is, with practice and patience, you'll actually start to see new habits emerge. Number 3, sit less, move more. We all know that we need to move around more. So why don't we do it? Our culture has gradually become more sedentary, and it's having an enormous negative effect on our health. Staying stationary not only affects our weight, but our digestive system, our mental health, our physical health. But you just need to start where you are. Don't punish yourself because it's hard to get up and move around. If you're not in shape to run a marathon, then start by walking at least 10 minutes a day, and then move up to 15, 20, 30, or more every day. Make it fun by walking with a friend or listening to a favorite podcast. I love listening to podcasts while I walk my dog in the morning. It's become so much of a ritual that my body actually feels out of whack if I don't do it. They say it takes 3 to 4 weeks of daily repetition for something to become a habit, so do it every day. Number 4, get proper sleep. There is overwhelming evidence that sleep plays a vital role in weight management along with diet and exercise. Lack of sleep can raise cortisol levels, which causes fat retention around the midsection. We know that fatigue makes it harder to exercise, and let's be real, you'll pretty much have zero willpower to do much of anything, let alone diet, when you're sleep deprived. If you're having problems sleeping, try melatonin or CBD. I use CBD oil to sleep. I've actually not had problems getting to sleep, but I would have real problems staying asleep. I'd wake up every couple of hours to go to the bathroom until my Chinese medicine doctor said I wasn't getting enough rest because I was having too many disturbances. So I tried CBD oil and it actually works amazingly for me, and I can tell the difference. Number 5, reduce the sugar, refined carbs, and processed foods. So many of us are addicted to sugar and carbs. We reach for that piece of bread which we think is going to satisfy the hunger craving. We can't resist the Entenmann's Danish sitting on the counter. It's not your fault. You walk into a supermarket and it's freaking everywhere. It's easy and it tastes good. We've been conditioned to like and become addicted to these foods. It gives us a short temporary high that only makes us crave more. But believe it or not, you can also crave dark leafy greens and fruit. I'm serious. Some of you may have to go cold turkey, while others need to gradually weed off the sugar, carbs, and processed foods. First off, it's easier not to buy it. If it's not in your house, you're less likely to eat it. Instead of 2 pieces of toast, have one every other day. Create substitutes. Instead of sugar, try honey or agave. You can totally do this. Don't allow the food companies and ads to rule your life. Losing weight and creating a healthier lifestyle has enormous long-term effects. You save money on future medical bills, future medications. You have more energy to do things you never thought possible. Your mood will change and you're likely to be happier. That sounds like a pretty good trade-off. It won't be easy and it certainly will not happen overnight. But you keep focused and you don't approach it as though this is a diet I'm going to do for the next month or so. I'll drop the 10 pounds and then I can go back to living how I was. You gotta change the attitude, change your life. You deserve better. If you thought this video was helpful, give it a like, share it with your friends and family. I would love to hear what works and what doesn't work for you. So share it in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed yet, click on that little red button below, with the little bell, and then you'll be notified of when new episode is uploaded. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year, and we'll see you next time on Modern Aging.